And we welcome you to Lewis Downs once again, race day 8 here in season 3 of HRFL. Beautiful day here in Gainesville, or at least, well, always a beautiful day. Let's take a look at the weather real quick to see how beautiful it is. Um, no rain today here at the swamp. We've got the dirt running good and turf running firm and the synthetic running fast. And I skipped over my introduction. For those of you who don't know, I'm Jimmy Rakes. I'll be your stride by stride guide for all of today's races. Before we get to those races, though, let's kick it over to Chris for our pregame. Chris.
All right, thanks, Jimmy. Yeah, with the weather, there's just the tiniest bit of moisture left over. It's only affecting the dirt track and just barely. So the dirt track, the default condition is fast, but today it's good. All right, so let's start with the day 7 recap. It was a big day for Zach Stable and the unowned horses. So we had 9 races. Zach won 3 of them, and unowned horses won 3 of them, which makes me say boo because they're stealing money from the owners. And Alex has got a pretty good lead. So all these races, they add up and it'd be good for the owners to get them. But the unknown horses played spoiler 3 times in day 7. We'll see how they do in day 8. All right, that was day 7. Day 8, we got our second big downhill day. There's 4 downhill races, and this one is on the long distance track. So this is a really unique race. It's not a downhill sprint like most downhill races, and it's not even the mid length that we've had, for example, in the uh, Lewis Downs downhill season kickoff spectacular. So this one, 11 and a half furlongs. The biggest portion is this huge portion of downhill on the turf, and then it finishes on the dirt. So real unique race. Some specialized horses might be the ones that prevail today on that, but it's fun. We've spread out the downhill races, and today's one of those days. Okay, something else here. The last race of the day, I think that's race number 9. We have a debut, and it's introducing Old Timey Feel, who is a 6-year-old female horse, grade C. So the reason that we're seeing a 6-year-old make their career debut is Old Timey Feel was generated for the 2026 expansion drafts for Guy. And Guy did not draft Old Timey Feel, so it went into just being one of the unowned horses. The other unowned horses have all been in races as unowned horses, but Old Timey Feel, I felt like as a C grade horse, could be potentially too disruptive, and so I was leaving her out and was just going to put her in the 2-year-old draft, which is coming up on June 7th. Even though she's 6 years old, that's when I was going to make her available. But race number 9, the downhill race today, was only open to grades A through C, and there were only 5 entries. So I needed one other horse, and I had only one option. So Old Timey Feels going to make their debut. We'll see how she looks. This can maybe be her tryout before the 2-year-old draft. All right, let's move. Let's do some Nate's knowledge, the third member of our team, Nate.
Yes, thank you, Chris. Today we'll be discussing more of your favorite topic, free agent horses winning races. Boo. Since there were 3, as you said, last race day that won, I wanted to look at how much money has been won by the free agent horses so far this year. And so far that total is $680,600 in prize money, with $396,000 coming from 10 wins. Hippie DNA has the most prize money among the free agent horses with $59,400. And last year, free agents racked up over $1.4 million in prize money. And just as a side note, my stable needs one more win for 50 career wins. Go me. Back to you.
All right. Thanks, Nate. And how about this? Just demonstrate we're on the same wavelength. I had already made my slideshow and planned on talking about the unowned horses before Nate sent me his Nate Knowledge segment. So I don't know, just on the same wavelength. And speaking of that, the other note from Nate's Knowledge was that Nate needs just one more win for 50. And I already planned on talking about that too. So milestone. Yeah. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, Nate's at 49 all-time wins. Here's the list, by the way, of the all-time wins leaders. Nate's 49 is 10 more than second place, which is Zach. And then I think, and there's a list there. What do I have? There's the top 8. I think one interesting note is that Charlie missed half a season because he didn't participate in the first half of the first season, but he's still in the top eight in all-time wins. And a big something that plays into this is how big your stable is, and of course, it makes a difference if you're winning the best races or some of the lower races. But Nate's got the most wins, and he's got two championships, and 50 would be quite the milestone. We're watching that today. All right, here's the standings before we do the dark horse detective. Um, I mentioned in addition to the unowned horses, Zach also won three races in day seven, so he moved up two spots from 11 to 9, which also put him in the lead for wins on the season with 9, passing Charlie's 8. So yeah, again, good day for Zach on day 7. All right, everyone's favorite segment, the dark horse detective, Jimmy.
Everyone's. That's right.
Everyone's.
All right. Tonight we've got going with the penultimate race of the night in the two gate Bamboozler to place, hedging a little bit. Um, doesn't seem to matter if I pick win or hedge. We're not a good record so far, but come on, we're getting one this season here. Early on, not going to wait till the end. So Bamboozler loves the distance of 8 furlongs and loves the dirt as well. Crowded field there, but going with Bamboozler to place in race 8. Back to you, Chris.
All right, yeah, and that would be a huge upside. That's a huge dark horse. There's two A grade horses in this, B grade, and we're talking about an E grade horse. So
Indeed.
yeah, we'll see. And how about this for the broadcasting being on the same wavelength? So normally when I make the dark horse detective slide, I have to change the race picture and then resize it because different race, if there's an 18 horse race, the picture is a certain size, and then if the next one is 15, then I have to resize it and then move the arrow. On race day 7, Jimmy picked the horse in the number 2 spot in an 11 horse race. So I just had to change the picture and it was sized correctly and I didn't have to move the arrow.
Nice.
All
Hopefully
right.
better result, of course.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, that's what we're hoping for, and that's what Stefan's hoping for. All right, one last look at the standings. There's no interview or commercial today, so we'll move on. Ready to go for race number 1.
All right, race 1, as we've been talking about, much anticipated, the our downhill course, 11 and a half furlongs, the turf into the dirt. Did I get that right? End with the dirt,
Yes.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. All right. And 9 horses ready to rock. What do you guys see for this first race of the day?
Doomsday Beacon is the only horse in this race with downhill experience from race day 2, and they tied for their career best finish 3rd. So let's see if they can handle the extra distance.
Ooh, which one was that? Hobby Jogger?
Doomsday Beacon.
Oh, Doomsday Beacon. All right. Um, I guess we'll just see. Olong Johnson had a ton of success last year. We'll see if the downhill is one of the kinds of tracks that he can continue to perform on. All right.
Nice. All right. Out to our downhill track here. Looking good. Last horse getting in the gate, and they're off. We've met before, out early. Prison break there as well. As we come around the first turn, Russian Sympathizer setting the pace. Construction Law now up into second with Swanson in that group behind Russian Sympathizer. We've met before. Prison break there as well. Hobby Jogger, Olong Johnson, the Rural Juror, and Doomsday Beacon rounding out the field. But Russian Sympathizer still in the lead past the halfway point. Swanson up there real close, along with Hobby Jogger. A lot of the field really close now. Whole field basically in one group, back and forth. Swanson, Russian Sympathizer, Construction Law, Nose to Nose, Rural Juror, Doomsday Beacon. We've met before. Hobby Jogger, all right there. Russian Sympathizer trying to hold everybody off, but it's going to be a close one. We've met before. Now overtake, back and forth. Hobby Jogger now couldn't keep up. Hobby Jogger gets the win. Kalen, first race of the day, gets the win. Swanson in second. Construction Law third. Russian Sympathizer, Doomsday Beacon, and the Rural Juror all in the money. And then it's We've Met Before, Prison Break, and Olong Johnson. Tough finish there in last. But congrats to Kalen and Hobby Jogger.
Congrats, Kalen. How about a K grade horse winning in a race available to H grade horses?
What?
Maybe that's downhill. Maybe that's a sign of things to come for the day. But yeah, close race. I mean, this is almost a seven-way
That
tie.
was ridiculous. Yeah.
Actually, look, it's even closer here now.
Anybody's race there.
And there was concern there for a second that we were going to have two unowned horses like we talked about in the pregame, but instead, Kalen will take the bulk of the prize money, Nate second, and Johnny third.
Nicely done. All right. Race number 2. Going to go over to the dirt for a short one here, 6.5 furlongs. F&G grade horses. I got 2 of them in here. What else do you guys see?
Odd little nugget here. Speakeasy has the most fourth place finishes in the league history with 6.
Interesting. All right,
So
well,
in the money, but not, yeah, not top 3.
in the money, but not in the money. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see if this is another one of those.
All right. Out to the dirt, race number 2. And they're off. It's good to see you again up front there with Qual S2 Nombre, Speak Easy, No Bagel, No Bagel. Selected varieties now up in the top group as they come out on the back stretch. Selected varieties setting the pace. Spoikinator not far behind. And it's good to see you again. Television Static and Vibing all in that group right behind Selected Varieties. They've caught and passed now. It's good to see you again in the lead. Spoinkinator trying to keep pace, but it's good to see you again. Telling everyone it's good to see them again as he leaves everybody in the dust. Selected Varieties trying to keep up. Vibing making a late run. Regular Burt Friday and Spoinkinator there as well. But it's good to see you again with a huge win for Charlie Stable. Selected Varieties. A strong second there. Spoinkinator in third. Regular Burt Friday fourth, Television Static, and Off Color getting in the money there right at the end. And Qual S2 Nombre, Vibing, Speakeasy, and No Bagel, No Bagel. But Charlie win number 1 on the day. It's good to see you again.
All right. Congrats, Charlie. And with the win, that's his 9th of the season, ties Zach for the most wins this season.
Nice.
Yeah, real dominant performance. Selected Varieties, of course, is a owner of bred horse. Jimmy, good job on second place with that.
Whoop, whoop. It's great to keep saying it's good to see you again, too.
Yeah. We need that horse in more races.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Race number 3.
Whoa!
Back over.
There we go.
Back over on the downhill course. Just F and G's here.
That's the 9th woo this season.
Nice. All right. This one, same as the first one, 11.5 on the downhill. What do you guys see? A little bit better horses in this one.
Yeah, there are 2 of Andrew's horses that won their last races. Grace's Pick on race day 6 and Open Borders back on race day 16 last year. So this is their season debut.
Ooh, okay. And then Andrew's got 4 in this race. Guy has 3 in this race. That's 7 of 30. More than half the field is Andrew and Guy. So they got
Good some chance at the money.
Yes. Yeah. And, quite a bit riding on this one.
Indeed. All right, back out to the downhill. Last horse in the gate, and they're off. No Diggity, Imposter Syndrome up there early, along with Master of His Domain, Deep Blue Sea, Grace's Pick as well. Grace's Pick, Master of His Domain for Andrew, setting the pace early up there. Dork Dynamite, forget about it, up into third. Persnickety there as well. Deep Blue Sea, trying to get up there, but forget about it. In the lead, past the halfway point. Deep Blue Sea now up there with Dork Dynamite, Imposter Syndrome. It's a close one. And we're coming around the turn. Forget about it. Imposter Syndrome back and forth. Persnickety now up front. Master of His Domain there as well. It's Andrew's horses 1 and 2 right now. Nate with Forget About It in third. Charging right now. 3-horse race. Grace's Pick and Deep Blue Sea making it a 5-horse race. And Andrew win, place, and show with Persnickety, Grace's Pick, and Master of His Domain. Then it's Deep Blue Sea, Forget About It, and No Diggity rounding out the money with Wilhelm Scream, Open Borders, Imposter Syndrome, Dork Dynamite, Buffering, What Have You, and Sudden Burst rounding out our field. But Andrew, the sweep. I don't know how many times we've done that, but not many.
No, maybe Nate can tell us next time out.
Next week.
But
I'll have to figure that out.
I think I remember Andrew doing it before.
That would be even more insane. All right.
And Andrew's
Canceling
here.
everyone's dog food pre-orders for this week.
Yeah, that's it. Andrew's with us. In case you missed what Jimmy just said in the chat, Andrew said, "I'll be canceling everyone's dog food pre-orders for this week. Apologies." And Andrew recalls that he's done it once before.
Awesome.
But maybe the part of the knowledge for next week is, has anyone other than Andrew done it? But yeah,
Nice.
dominant performance. 1, 2, 3.
Got it done. Very nice.
All right.
4 horses and 1, 2, 3 there. All right. Back over to the dirt, 8.5 furlongs. And we've got everybody's in the money race here. Claiming race, 10,000. We'll get you one of these. And 3 free agents, a couple of Andrews, and Zach with elected to defer. What else you guys see?
I'm looking at Calamity. Only $5,600 in career earnings in 10 starts. Best finish is fifth. Let's see if they can improve upon that.
Ooh, okay. I guess I noticed the dichotomy here. The 3 owned horses are H grade horses, which is 3 grades better than the unowned horses, which are all K grade. So this should line up to be good for the owners. And Andrew's got 2 in this one, so we'll see what kind of maybe a streak he can build after having a really good race number 3.
Indeed. Always a chance, those we saw in that first race. The K horses can make a run
That's
against
right.
these H horses. We'll see what happens on the dirt. And they're off. Another podcast and elected to defer right there with Sensei, etc., Mapmaker, and Calamity all coming around the first turn. Elected to defer up front there. And another podcast there as well. Sensei, Mapmaker trying to make their way up. That's Setter and Calamity, the trailers, but elected to first, setting the pace halfway through. Andrew's got running 2 and 3 here. Another podcast and Mapmaker. Another podcast now taking the lead and stretching it out there. Mapmaker now up in the second. Elected to defer. Mapmaker back and forth. That's Setter, Sensei, Calamity trailing, but another podcast in the lead down the stretch. Mapmaker there too, trying to get a 1-2 for Andrew. Back to back 1-2. In fact, elected to defer, trying to make it interesting, but does not. Andrew 1 and 2. Again, elected to defer in third. Sensei, Death Setter, and Calamity all getting money as well. But Andrew, there you go. Another win and another place.
Yeah, congrats, Andrew. And how about that? All of the top 3 in the last race, both number 1 and number 2 in this race. Good stretch of a couple races for Andrew there.
Absolutely. All right, on to race number 5, staying on the dirt, little shorter here. And all E grade horses, so should have a close one. What else you guys see?
Yeah, Groundskeeper making their debut for Kalen off the claim on race day 6 for 57,500. So see if they can get some of that back right now.
All right, by far the horse in this field with the most career success is Swamp Knocker. More than double the second place prize money and 23,000, over 23,000 per entry. So that's a horse to watch. And the good news for the horses in this race is that there are no Andrew owned horses.
Nice. All righty. On the dirt in the gate. And they're off. Swamp Knocker out front early would take me to your leader there as well. Instrucciones not far behind. And Ichabod there coming around the first turn. Ichabod now coming up into the lead, building it up. Swamp Knocker, take me to your leader. Groundskeeper all in the group behind, but Ichabod setting the pace at the halfway point. Groundskeeper's trying to stay with Ichabod. The rest of the field having trouble. Dance Cards Fools there in third. Take Me to Your Leader. Swamp Knocker, Boom Shakalaka, Freudian Slip, Instrucciones all making a run now, getting close to second. Ichabod, though, setting the pace. Everybody's catching up, though. There's Boom Shakalaka, Dance Cards Fools, Swamp Knocker, all there. Swamp Knocker, Boom Shakalaka makes it a 1-2 for Jimmy's stable. Dance Cards Full, Groundskeeper, Ichabod, and Take Me to Your Leader rounding out the money. And Freudian Slip there, finishing in last, just behind Instrucciones. But that's my stable. Swamp Knocker, Boom Shakalaka.
All right. Before we address this one, I forgot that race number 4 was a claims race.
Oh.
There were no claims from race number 4.
Okay.
All right, but yeah, another one, third in a row.
What? That's got to be a first. Come on now. We're gonna have a lot of Nate Snellers next week here.
Oh, man.
And another close one. A lot of horses were in this one. and it's going to be Swamp Knocker and Boom Shakalaka. So congrats, Jimmy.
Thank you, sir.
Also, Kalen's loving
Swamp
it.
Knocker making that, man. Yeah. Just building up that over 237,000 in winnings.
Yeah. And Kalen's loving it over here. Just Jimmy announcing and saying all these names, and he particularly likes "what have you."
What have you?
The voice changes, the accent changes just for that name only, and then back to
Those,
the.
yeah. There's like five of them that I do. That's it. Like it's good to see you again, you
Yes.
know. So, all right. On to race number 6, our last claiming race of the day, 47.5 grand on the dirt, 9.5 furlongs. And what do you guys see? I got my horse, the professor, in here. What else you guys see?
ABC order my horse looking for 3 in a row, so let's see if they can be the one that gets 50 for me.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, and on that note, the E grade horses are the favorites here. Haywire from Charlie's stable. We used to stomp from Zach's, and ABC order from Nate's.
All righty. Let's see how it shakes out here. Horses in the gate, and they're off. Credible source, haywire, arbitrary lines, all up there with the professor, ABC order. We used to stomp picturesque and remaining caboodle. Rounding out our field. ABC order, though, up in front as ABC is in the alphabet. The professor right there, the picturesque, arbitrary lines, haywire, all trying to keep pace, but it's ABC order and the professor in that front group back and forth. Credible source trying to keep pace. Haywire now making a run. Arbitrary lines as well, but it's the professor and ABC order back and forth. ABC order now trying to build that lead. Haywire making a late run and might just catch the professor and ABC order. Picturesque making a run as well. Haywire taking the lead. ABC order takes it back. The professor, Haywire, all photo finish, and it's ABC order for Nate. Win number 50 for Nate's stable. Congratulations, the professor. My boy finishing in second. Then it's picturesque in third. Haywire, arbitrary lines for Charlie, 4 and 5, and the free agent credible source in six. Remaining caboodle in seven. And I will send it to Chris for an update on We Used to Stomp, who did not finish.
All right, yeah, thanks, Jimmy. We'll talk about we used to stomp first. So we used to stomp injured, but the least severe type of injury, just double race fatigue. So probably won't see we used to stomp for a few race days while they recover, but could have been a lot worse.
Yeah,
And then yeah,
that's not bad.
after that, we were on milestone watch. Congrats, Nate, number 50.
Nicely
Thank you.
done.
Thank you.
And you got some applause here from Kalen too. Uh, the
Wow.
the, the finish was exciting. ABC order had the lead, then it became just
Yeah,
about
what all went haywire there at the end.
it did. And when three-horse race, ABC order fell to third, and then just muscled it out. I feel like to close it out there.
Great finish there.
Yeah.
All right. Before we go to the next race, any claims there, Chris?
There were no claims in this race, and therefore no claims today.
All righty. Race number 7. Almost a full field here. 19 horses back on the downhill. Our third of 4 downhill races today. Huge field here. I've got 4 horses in there. What do you guys see?
So this is Rusty Revenge's third start on the downhill this year. He'll be the first to do that. His boy Elroy in race 9 will do that as well, but getting a lot of downhill experience here.
All right. I'm mostly just pumped. 19 horses on a long track downhill race. It's just a fun race. I guess the other note would be Andrew's got 3 horses in this one. Last time he had a horse in the race, he got first and second, and so Andrew's back.
Yep. Andrew's back. Yeah, Zach's got 4 horses in this one too. So, yeah, like you said, full field here on the downhill.
All right.
And let's get that last horse in the gate there. And they're off. Roulette out there early with Rusty's Revenge, Ambush, Inventory Stickler all up front. Lazara Cyan, Immortal Glow, Gator Kent Knight all shaking it up there. And Immortal Glow now taking the lead.
You muted.
Immortal Glow past the halfway point on the hill here with the lead. Rusty's Revenge checks in the mail and Jazz trying to make it.
You did it again. I still muted. Checks in the mail.
Actually,
Go ahead.
Immortal Glow still leading. Checks in the mail. Rusty's Revenge scam likely there as well. Jazz, Gator Knight, the field trying to make a run. Checks in the mail taking the lead. And down the stretch they come. Checks in the mail with a big lead. Freeman T. Rusty's Revenge right there. Trying to make for Zach. Freeman T takes the lead. Jazz is right there. Now taking the lead. Spothead.
I think Jimmy's.
What a race. I don't know what's going on here. Looks like Rusty's Revenge gets
Yeah, Jimmy, I
Freeman
think
T third. Immortal Glow and Jazz. What's up, man?
you glitched out. The race ended like a minute ago.
Yeah, I definitely glitched
Oh,
out.
it glitched out for me too.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well,
Um,
so Kayla and I may be the only ones that saw it. Well, Rusty's Revenge did win. Let's take a look at how it shook out here. I'll just run it back.
okay.
Yeah. So hey, the guys, that's not Jimmy's fault. Immortal Glow had the big lead. Checks in the mail was there. Uh, yeah, and then it's pretty close here. Checks in the mail, and Zach's horses in the front. I mean, it ended up being close there at the end. Spot had
Really?
lost just at the end there, but what is that? 7 horses were in it.
That's
So
insane.
yeah, so congrats,
We
Zach. and
did. Looks
Rusty's
like one
Revenge.
trick. Yes. Looks like one trick at speed, though. Didn't finish the race.
That's right, and that's Johnny's horse, and it's another horse that suffered just the least severe injury. So double race fatigue for one race or for one trick at speed, but they'll be back.
Nice. Alrighty.
All right, let's hope everything loads this next one.
There we
Last
go.
2
Yeah.
races of the
Maybe it
day.
was all the horses. Yeah, maybe it was the um but all right, on to our penultimate race. 8 furlongs, $90,000 purse, A through E. As I mentioned before, of course, the 2 gate, and as Chris said, lots of other favorites. What else do you guys see?
Jimmy, apology accepted, going for most wins all time with 7 in this
Yes.
race.
Oh
Make it a
man.
4-way tie with 6. So see what we can get here.
All right, and then yeah, there's 2 A grade horses in this one. In addition to Apology Accepted, there's Luck of the Irish. I think Apology Accepted with the win would go over 1 million all time. But those are
Nice.
yeah, those are definitely 2 horses to watch in this one.
Set up. So we said penultimate race of the day. Gate, and they're off. I'll try to keep up. It's a little choppy, but for old time's sake, I did now getting up into second. Luck of the Irish there as well. And for old time's sake, though, setting the pace near the halfway point. Luck of the Irish there. Apology accepted. Luck of the Irish there in second. But for old time's sake, trying to leave everybody in the dust towards the last turn. And the rest of the field trying to catch up. But for old time's sake, unbelievable run. For old time's sake, just blowing away the field. Apology accepted as well, but it's too late. For old time's sake, gets the win for Andrew. I believe for Andrew. Luck of the Irish ends up in second. Apology accepted in third, followed by There Is No Spoon, Civic Duty, and in the money there late. Jeff Conundrum, Girls in Trouble, I Never Let You Get Boozler. Oh my goodness. My dark horse. And congrats again to Andrew for old time's sake.
All right, hey, maybe next time on the dark horse. I think the connection, if anyone else is experiencing technical issues, I think it might be my connection, so I apologize about that. But yeah, another win for Andrew. For old time's
Nice.
sake with a dominant one and against 2 A grade horses. So that's quite the showing for old time's sake there.
Dominated the. Oh. All right. And yeah, Chris, I think it might be yours because you break up a little bit too when you're talking, but all good. Let's get to the last race. Fourth one of the day here at beautiful Lewis Downs. And as Chris mentioned, only 5 entries. We added in. And so everybody's in the money here. What else you guys see for our last race?
I mean, I'm just excited for a start, seeing what she can do.
Uh,
Nice.
yeah, I think that was an old-timey feel, and I guess I'm excited about that too. Last downhill race for quite a while.
All right. We had for we'll see if the theme continues with old timey feel as we head out to the downhill track for the last time today here at ooh, 6 horses in the gate, and they're off. Old timey feel. His Dark Crusader, Mandelbaum Jr., Snacky Chan, and I got them all there. His boy Elroy there up in front, but it's back and forth. Everybody's close as they hit the halfway point. Old timey feel now overtaken. It's still close as they come down the stretch. Mandelbaum Jr. there. His boy Elroy now taking the lead. It's really close though. Stay with his boy Elroy. Does overtakes him. Is it going to be old timey feel for the win? His boy Elroy right there. A photo finish. Snacky Chan, the late run, gets the win for Zach. His boy Elroy, my boy Elroy, in second. Mandelbaum Jr. third. Fourth, Candy Bar fifth, and the Dark Crusader in sixth. Everybody gets money, but Snacky Chan, Zach Stable gets the win on the last downhill race of the day.
All right, congrats, Zach.
Awesome.
Um, all right, well,
Oh,
we're having quite the number of connection issues, so let's see if we can update the standings and we'll finish today's broadcast.
nice. All right.
Uh,
Just a reminder coming up more downs in 2 weeks before we go to the Southwell race course 2 weeks after that. And Lewis Downs for the Lewis Downs Sprint Championships. Very excited for that. Um, Watching draft for 2-year-olds not too long after that, June 7th.
Here we go. There it goes. And
All right.
it didn't change as
There we
much
go.
as it made it look like it changed there. But yeah.
Nice. Pulling first.
Yeah, good day for Andrew. He's in 11th. Zach up to 7th now. He climbed 2 spots last time. Although I'm realizing I didn't update this for costs going into 2 weeks from now. But I'll do that and get everything updated. But everyone, of course, once they pay their costs, their money will go down. But that's how it looks before that.
Nice. All righty. I think that's it here from Lewis Downs for Nate and Chris. I'm Jimmy Rakes. We will see you right back here in 2 weeks. Have a good night, everybody.